You okay? What is that?
Greetings and salutations, everybody. What's good?
Damn. There's
The neighbours have returned from holiday. Can you tell? I thought so. They've been gone for like weeks, right?
Okay.
Like I'm talking like at least a month.
okay.
And I clocked it because I hadn't heard Coco yell
Bro. Yeah.
at that dog for a while. And I genuinely thought that the dog died.
Oh.
I was like, what if he was barking at Coco and then mid-bark he just carked it? But no, they were on holiday.
Oh, okay.
So, and they must have brought La Pooch with them.
Yeah, damn.
And now they're just catching up like good old chums.
What a luxurious pooch to go on holiday.
Must be nice,
Let
hey.
me just make sure
Hey.
that's plugged in. This episode's a wreck. Okay, listen,
We're Grandpa Joeing everyone.
I need to kick things off with a confessional.
Yeah, you do. Because this looks new. It smells like store. Actually.
Correct. So, after you dropped me home this morning.
Yeah, I saw the pictures of you in the change room and I was like, interesting that I did not get an invite. So much for I'm going to go home and nap.
Okay. No, because I was going to. I full-heartedly was going to do everything that I told you I was going to do.
Everyone note, one of our rules for 75 hard is no excess spending.
So, I get
For
home
context.
and I'm sitting outside and we're texting about going to the footy, the SANFL, the pub. And then in my head, I'm like, I can just picture me wearing a puffer jacket at these events, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, Brooke and Danika had a puffer jacket at the walk this morning, and I was quite cold and I don't really want to wear a jumper, so I want to wear a puffer jacket, so I need a puffer jacket. So naturally gathered my things, boot scooted to Marion. So I go into Kmart looking for a puffer jacket, right? That's where I got this from. Oh no.
No more. We're done.
Imagine you just whacked me in the face with it. So I go into Kmart.
Yep.
And that's where I get this from, right? This was $49.
That's not bad.
So warm. Best purchase, right? And
I
then
love how Brooke said to get the other one and you were like, no.
I'd made up my mind, to be honest. I don't know why
That's
I
the
sent
wrong
it in the group.
answer.
I don't know why I sent it in the group. So I bought this one. The other one was too long and too bulky.
Yeah, fair.
This one, anyway. So then I was like, well, while I'm here, I've been on the hunt for a pair of black jeans for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Cotton On which is where I get all my jeans from. They've never had my size.
Yeah.
Right. Every time I go in there, they don't have my fucking size. Anyway, so I go in there. I'm like, I'll just have a look. I'll just see if they've got the jeans. So I go in there.
They have the jeans, don't they?
They've got my size in like 8 different cuts. And I was like,
unheard of.
okay. So I went and tried them on. Right.
Yeah.
Now, allegedly,
Yeah.
I've purchased a new pair of black jeans.
I mean, I feel like that's a necessity.
But they're gorge.
Yeah.
Right? A pair of like straight leg jeans.
Cute.
And I also had a fake skinny moment in the change rooms where I'd picked up a pair, a size 18 in like the wide, like the relaxed wide leg or something. Going to the change rooms, I put them on and I'm like, these are fucking huge on me. Oh my God. Has 75 hard? Like, am I skinny?
6 days of 75 hard.
Turns out I'd picked up a size 18 US, which is the equivalent of a 22 Australian. And I was like, oh, okay.
Facts.
So, and then I ended up buying those exact jeans in an 18 and they're like, they better stretch is all I'm going to say.
Okay.
So then I did that and I was like, you know what? I was really
Let's
cold
keep
this
the
morning.
Good vibes going.
I was like, I was so cold this morning on my walk.
You got leggings, didn't you?
I was like, let me just go see if Lorna
Are they on
Jane
sale?
has. If you let me finish the story.
They're on sale. I want some.
If you let me finish my story, you might find out, okay? Okay. How do you read a book? How?
I don't.
So I go into Lorna Jane and I look at the Lotus legging section.
Yeah.
Ankle biters are $50.
Oh, shit.
Yep. So not you know how they have the new ones that are like
No chafe, yeah.
Not those ones, just the ones with like the normal
The
ones.
same inside. Yeah, that's fine. I can live
So
with
I
that.
was like, I have to.
Yeah.
I literally have to
Yeah.
buy a new pair of because all I've got are my shorts.
Yeah.
So I bought a pair of new Lorna.
You've done some
things.
damage today.
That's all I bought. Jacket, jeans, leggings. But I feel like I had to.
Yeah.
There was a gun
Yeah.
to my head and I had to do it.
Oh, facts. Period.
So my bank account's fucked.
Yeah, facts.
Um,
Me without purchasing anything, to be honest.
did I nap? No.
No, me either. I'm real tired though. And then I
Yeah.
see that you brought your walking shoes.
Yeah, because I said we were going to
I
the gym.
know, but I thought we were joking. No,
No.
we'll go. We'll go.
No, we're
we'll
just doing arms.
We're gonna
so we
go.
don't have to be there for
Let
long.
maybe if I nap now.
Bitch, you said you were going to carry that episode.
Maybe if I nap. I'm like Homer when he has the glasses on in jury. So like, yeah, I'm awake. Every now and then I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm here. I'm present. Hello.
Okay. Let's kick things
Gang,
off.
gang. Gang, gang.
Gang. We had our second game of social netball this week.
Yes.
So Brooke tapped out because she had a nuts day at work. So,
Yep.
which is so fine.
Brooke's
you know?
our goal attack. Normally. She's
Like,
the height of the team.
she's our only shooter.
Yeah.
Right? And this girl, like, she's not just a shooter. She can actually shoot. Right?
Yeah, a weapon.
Doesn't miss.
Weapon of mass destruction.
Right.
Attention. Attenzione. Active shooter on the court. Hide under your desks. We have an active shooter. Yeah. I've actually lost the plot in the last 5 minutes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can I have my Fupa gloss back?
Oh, yeah, sure. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
Um,
No, thank you. I love a gloss with crumbs in it. It's great.
Like an exfoliant.
It's a bit of texture that I didn't know I needed.
What do you mean there's crumbs in it?
It's like, I think because the flavor's toasted almond, I feel like there's just bits
It's
in
actually toasted coconut, but fucking go
it. Yeah,
off.
whatever. That's what I said.
There could be sand on it. if
I
I'm
feel like
being
there's
real.
just bits, and I don't know if there's meant to be bits.
To be honest, my lip balms get real grotty, so
Thanks for that. Couldn't have disclosed that before I used it.
well, that's not really a selling point, is it? And you never said to me, "Hey, can I borrow your lip gloss? P.S. Can you disclose if there's fucking
Disclose your personal hygiene when using this gloss.
Keep to yourself." Anyway, so we played netball this week.
Oh, no worries. Yeah.
You good without Brooke, and look, we played. I think we play well as a team,
I
particularly
think we do.
considering that that's Coco. If you can hear someone like licking their lips.
Just like, give me that.
It's only week 2 of us playing as a team. It's only week 2 of you playing at all.
Yeah.
So
And you know what? It showed. It really showed this week.
I think considering we actually play quite well as a team.
Yeah.
Right? You have some areas of improvement that you need to address ahead of next week.
Well-
For example, understanding where you can and can't go on the court. Because if you get called for offside one more time, I'm going to fucking lose it.
Look, that's not my problem. Put me in a position where I know the rules, and that's goal shooter.
Bitch, you came offside into my area and then proceeded to throw the ball at my head.
I thought we were playing on.
And
Not my fault you looked away from the ball. That's a lesson for you. Always watch the ball. Where were you looking? What was going on
I was
over
looking
there?
at your feet on my side of the court. Thinking, this bitch can't be serious right now. She cannot be serious.
You said I could go anywhere but the ring.
I meant your end.
Where was I meant to know that?
Well,
This is my second day on the job.
you put on wing attack and thought, I'm going to play centre.
I'm allowed to go everywhere.
Oh my God. Anyway, no injuries this week, which is
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yep.
I think we played really well. Our shooting was abysmal. So the score was 6-38.
Woo!
That's close game.
Very.
I, though, however, had so much fun.
Yeah.
The score doesn't mean anything to me. I genuinely think if Brooke had have played, we would have been a serious contender because we were getting the ball down there and we were actually getting a few turnovers. We just couldn't get it in the thing.
Yeah. We couldn't translate it to goals.
So that's fine.
Credit where it's due, though. The people that do the positions, all of them, really. A lot of running.
Yeah.
A lot of running.
Yeah.
My knees hurt the next day. Yeah. And our next game's at 8:45 at night.
Yeah, that's nuts. But that's okay.
But
It'll
we'll
be
soldier
fine.
through. It's such a fun time.
It'll be fine. But that was it really. There was nothing crazy to report. We were sitting in your car and there was this lady getting out of her car next to us. And I, like, the doors are shut, whatever. And I was like, oh my God, I really hope we're not playing her tonight. And I said, she's so old. And then you yelled at me being like, bitch, she can hear you.
Yeah.
No one told me cars weren't soundproof.
Caitlin was like yelling. I'm like, Caitlin, she can hear you. But we didn't play her, so it was okay.
We probably play her this week.
Yeah. She looks like she could have been a Mitchum mum.
So then that was that. Survived that.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow netball is curing my lower back pain, which is wild.
I love that. I genuinely think it's your shoes, but we can assign that to netball.
No, but like my back pain started getting better literally as soon as we started playing netball.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. I think the shoes are helping, but so now we have to keep playing. Then 75 hard.
Yep.
It's in the name. It's fucking hard.
It's really hard.
We're not even doing the full thing. I hate explaining it to people when I'm like, oh, I'm doing 75
because there's so
hard.
many rules.
Right? Like, just look up a prison rule sheet, and that's effectively what we're having to do.
Yeah.
But we're 1 week down.
Yep.
We've done well. We haven't...
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when I say I haven't cracked, the only thing I've actually stuck to is the eating part. Have I drunk 3 litres of water every day? No.
Yeah.
Have I stopped spending money? No. Have I worked out every day? Like, kind of.
The bit I'm not smashing is reading.
Look, I think I'm just going to focus on the eating part.
Yeah.
Like, I can't focus on that many things at once. That's insane.
Yeah. Fair.
We had our first cheat day yesterday. I'm more hungry. Like, I crave stuff more today than I did yesterday.
Yeah, I'm the same.
And
I'm
like,
the same.
fuck. But I did get crust pizza and oh, yum, 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 yum.
Nom, 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 nom.
If you have not had pizza from Crust, which is you, missing
Me.
out. It is the best pizza I have ever had in my whole life.
Crazy.
You have to get it next week.
Yeah, I'm going to. I think I might even change my day from Saturday to Sunday.
Okay.
My cheat day.
What am I meant to do then?
I don't. We'll see how I feel.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, it's going strong so far. I miss beer.
Yeah.
I miss beer so like going to
I
the
had a beer last
Matildas.
night and it was delicious.
Okay. Going to the Matildas and not having a beer.
Oh, that was sad.
That was
That
depressing.
was real sad.
But the Matildas was good.
Yeah.
That was alright.
We had fun. It was cold as dicks though.
That and soccer is so underwhelming.
Yeah. Like, it's cool that we could watch the national teams. Like, you
Oh yeah,
can't,
like I wouldn't not go.
Yeah. And yeah, the girls love the Tillies. But just soccer as a sport, I just don't think I could ever get behind it.
No.
Like, it's a lot of effort for very little reward. Like, all of that play for one goal.
Yeah.
Huh?
Soccer makes me realize that one of my favorite parts about sport is like cheering, getting excited
Oh,
when
yeah.
your team gets a goal.
Oh, yeah.
And if that never happens, then what am I doing here? So
And like every time you get so close to a goal and it just doesn't happen.
it's edging.
Yeah,
Like you've never
facts.
seen it.
Period. On God.
That's really our whole week summed up. Went to Pilates.
Went to a lot of Pilates.
Went to a lot of Pilates. Went to run/walk club this morning. How embarrassing when the entire table was like, I thought you girls were runners.
Yeah, not anymore.
And I
Like,
went,
keep up.
"Do you
It's now
kn-
June.
Yeah.
You think we're going to stick to that for more than a month?
Did
Be
you
fucking
not
real.
read the monthly email that updates you on what our hobbies are?
Yeah.
We're overrunning. Just because we started running doesn't mean we're going to keep running.
No.
God knows I probably won't even keep walking. No, I'm enjoying walking.
Yeah.
That's why I bought this.
I kind of, because Brooke said she was going to get into running again, I'm kind of like, well, now I want to get into
You
running
guys
again.
could not get me back into it even if you tried.
Yeah, I'm like, just like a little trot, like maybe like one a week.
Nah.
I'm not confirmed on that.
I'm down for
It's
walks.
just so hilly around here.
Yeah. I'm down for doing like hot girl walks.
Yeah,
with
love
you
a
guys.
walk. Love a walkie.
Also, your guys' pace so fast.
Really?
Like walking, that's why I wasn't talking as much because I was dying trying to keep up. I'm such a slow walker. So effectively I am running.
I reckon the pace that we walked at today is our running pace.
You need to put your mouth to that microphone.
Do I?
You
I feel like I
You
am.
cannot face the other side of the room.
But I want to. Sorry. Okay, cool. There we go.
That's it, guys. Pod done.
Thank you for coming.
No, now it's your turn to...
Everyone, I'm carrying the episode this week. Let me just get into position.
Good.
All right. So, because none of you asked, I'm going to summarize this weekend of football.
Because all footy fans go, fuck, I can't wait for Danika Brown to recap the week for me.
Now, I did fucking research, all right? So y'all better be fucking grateful. Nah. Did you watch any games?
Yes.
Which ones did you watch?
I watched the one we watched while watching the Matildas.
Ah, yes. Yes.
Every
Bulldogs and pies.
If I go to watch it at home by myself,
Yeah.
I fall asleep instantly.
Do you?
Yeah.
Really?
I need to watch it with friends.
That's your Simpsons.
Yeah. Maybe I need to come here and watch it.
I think you should, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was just telling Nikki, because I keep forgetting to open the door for you, I should cut you a copy of the house
I should
key.
probably give you a key to my house just in case I get locked out.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's put that on the agenda of things to do.
Can someone remind us? Because we're going to forget.
Yeah.
Just keep commenting on every post. Give each other a key to your house.
Key. Just do the key emoji.
Yeah.
Whoa. Jesus Christ. All right, so we'll start kind of in the middle and then we'll work our way back.
Facts.
Crows versus Hawthorn.
My
Now.
chips are fucked.
Facts.
Word.
Hannah is going to love this. Fucking Crows getting...
She keeps commenting, or she keeps messaging the pod account the lyrics to the Hawthorn song.
Such a menace. I love it. So Crows got absolutely obliterated by Hawthorn at the MCG this week.
Yeah.
I feel like, oddly enough, everyone who wasn't a Hawthorn fan tipped the Crows.
Yeah. Everyone at my work tipped Crows.
Like, everyone thought they were going to pull it out their arse, even though it was at the MCG, and we don't have a very good track record.
Yeah, but
it's very hit and
Hawthorn
miss when we're at the
this
MCG.
season?
Huh?
Isn't Hawthorn shit this
They
season?
were, but they're on the up.
Oh, okay.
They're on the up.
Sorry, my bad.
So Jordan Dawson got cleared to play because he had a foot issue for the last week. And he didn't play his best because of it. I think his disposals were down. So that was an issue. And then it was announced today that Matt Crouch has a confirmed AC joint injury.
Saw that.
On his shoulder. So he came from the ground in quarter one and then came back in quarter two. He had 35 disposals though. So that's solid effort.
Okay.
If you're in pain.
Every
to be
time
honest.
you say disposals, all I think about is Tom's Maltese. And I wonder if he put down disposals.
20 plus. And then this is a bit of you. So Tex got subbed off at halftime with a seized back.
Facts.
Very you-coded.
Facts. Isn't he old as shit though, like in footy world?
I think like 35.
Yeah,
34,
that's
35.
like ancient in footy world.
So it's questionable as to whether he'll play next week because he's got 5 days to recover.
Okay.
So that's a concern. So yeah, big yikes for our injury list. And so I'm not really sure how the rest of our season's going to look. I'll be honest with you.
No one says nice things about the Crow season on TikTok. That's
Yeah, exactly. So it's looking a little bit grim.
Okay.
And then last night we had St Kilda versus West Coast. I'll be real with you. I couldn't care less about these two teams.
Neither.
But the game was on while I was getting ready for last night. So ended up watching, I think it was like the first half of the game. Credit where it's due though. Marcus Windhager.
Windstorm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He did a really good job at tagging Harley Reid in the second half. So in the second half, Harley Reid only got 3 disposals because of...
Yeah, isn't he like suspended now, or allegedly going to potentially be suspended?
Yeah, we'll get there.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Who is leading this episode?
Hey, you were cutting me off earlier.
I'm kidding. Yeah, so Harley Reid tackled fellow draftee Darcy Wilson from St Kilda.
Okay.
Slung him to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Wilson hit his head. He was assessed and he did kick a goal after he went down.
Maybe it realigned his brain.
Yeah, he got assessed and then he continued to play for the game. So, like, he's not...
Dude's fine.
Yeah, just a scratch. But the tackle is going to be reviewed, and if Harley Reid does get a suspension for it, then he is out of the race for the Rising Star.
Yeah.
Which segues into Friday's game of Bulldogs versus Pies, because the Dogs were up and they got the dub, but they played very rough that game.
Dude, the Pies should have won that.
Very rough.
They really should have.
So another contender for the Rising Star is Sam Darcy from the Dogs. And he got a 2-game suspension for his hit on Braden Maynard.
He got...
Did you see it?
Yeah.
He got... Oh my God. That was crazy. So the match review officer graded the incident as careless conduct, high impact, and high contact.
Okay.
So if they accept the 2-game suspension, because Aaron Norton is also on the bench for a knee injury, that doesn't look too good for next week's game. So
our injury list just grows.
You got to keep that in the back of your mind when you do your tips.
Well, I won't be tipping fucking Collingwood, will I? Or Crows.
Bulldogs. He plays for Bulldogs.
Or Bulldogs.
All 3. Are just out for the
all
count.
3 of our teams gone.
But then Riley West was also banned for 1 game after a clip on Jeremy Howe. And Taylor, I don't even know how to say this last name. Durya?
How to spell it?
Durya. How would you say that? Durya.
Wait, I don't know why I asked you to spell it, because it just went in one ear.
I'll highlight it for you.
Went in one ear and out the other.
Durya.
Duh, yeah.
He struck Nick Dacos, or he was called for striking, because Nick Dacos copped an elbow to the jaw. So,
love them.
Yeah. But great game from Bontempelli and also from Boyfriend Fantasy League, Riley Garcia.
Yes.
Round of applause. Great guy. What a guy. Wow. Woo.
What a game.
No, that wasn't an invite, Coco.
Jesus Christ.
The Cats also won and broke their losing streak, so credit where it's due.
Nice.
But we've got no boyfriend league players that play for either of those teams, so they don't get a game update, to be honest.
Who does Charlie Curnow play for?
Carlton.
What animal are they?
They don't have an animal.
Carlton what?
Football club.
But you know how it's like Collingwood Magpies or like Adelaide Crows or like
Carlton Football Club. They don't have an animal.
Okay. They should be like the Carlton Echidnas.
Carlton
Drafts. Such a great marketing opportunity. Why hasn't that been put on the table? And their mascot is just a pint of draft.
Figure it out. Anyway, that is my update.
Okay.
For footy.
Cool.
There you go. No boyfriend league editions this week for me.
No, neither.
Yeah.
Neither. No. I do really, 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 really want to go to the AFLW when that kicks off in August. I do think we should get a 3-game pass.
Yeah, agreed. I concur.
29.
Tell everyone. Give everyone a fee breakdown.
Everyone. I was investigating tickets and memberships to the AFLW because I want to be front row to see Just Waterhouse play, right? So I was like, tip, tap, 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 tap on Google. 3-game membership, 29 buckaroonies. Are you kidding me?
Cheap as chips.
That's practically free.
That's literally that's less than 2 Zinger boxes. 2 large Zinger boxes, or 3 games
Yeah.
of watching the girlies kill it.
So I want to get, and then if you wanted to get a full season membership, it was $90.
Bargain.
Crazy. The only reason I'm hesitant.
That's the same price as my monthly internet.
Facts. The only reason I'm hesitant to get a full season membership, because last time we got a membership to something was a 3-game pass to Adelaide United and we went once.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Like,
It's not that
I've had a Crows membership, and going to a weekly game is a big commitment.
Yeah.
It's a
We're
big
busy
commitment.
gals. It
Yeah.
doesn't look like it right now.
No.
But we are. And
I can commit to 3 games. I don't know if I could commit to a whole season.
Yeah. If we, next season maybe, like the season after, if we're really about it, then I'll be down to get a full season. So I want to do that. And now we're just taking it to a whole new fucking level. Like, we come in, we're going to the AFL. Now we're like, let's go to the AFLW. And just to add a whole new fucking level to it, we're going to go to an SANFL game in a couple of weeks.
We are. Yeah. Fun.
I had to text Jamie and Brody and be like, do I need to pay to attend a Glenelg game?
Oh my God, screaming.
Jamie was like, yeah. I don't know. Because trying to find tickets was really confusing. And I don't think you can buy tickets for a game that far in advance. It's just too hard.
What do you mean?
So he doesn't know this yet, but I'm going to assign Brody that task.
Yep.
That's a fun little challenge for you.
I haven't itchy yet.
To be in charge of getting me tickets to the Glenelg game.
Speaking of confusing, I was looking at Adelaide Adrenaline. That's our hockey team. Website sucks. Why do some players not have photos? That's what's going to sell me a ticket, to be honest. Player photos.
Do they have social media?
Maybe. I didn't
Comment
get
on
that.
every post. Be like, where are the photos?
I didn't get that far. But there are players who are looking for sponsors. I think we need to sponsor a player.
But how much is a sponsorship?
That would be very important information to put on your website, wouldn't it? Wouldn't you think? Like, it's just an ugly website. Respectfully, of course.
Surely just sponsor a player is like a couple of grand.
How much to sponsor a player in hockey?
Australia.
Player sponsorship is a financial contribution to cover the player's cost up to the amount of the player levy.
Well, what's the player levy?
The cost to sponsor... Okay, so this is Altona Hockey Club. I don't know... Oh. Well. Okay, no, hang on.
I'm guessing it's going to be a couple of grand.
Well, no, that's not ice hockey. Okay, maybe I should specify. Whoops.
Yeah.
Sugar ice. Oh. I feel like that. Imagine a logo on a hockey player's fucking jersey. That's so funny.
That hockey player would hate us.
The club acknowledges that all players who obtain a player sponsorship will have that. No.
You're probably going to have to contact them to find out.
I will. I fucking will.
I've always said that if I was rich, I would sponsor the 36ers, but become naming right sponsor. And then it wouldn't be a business name. It would just be Caitlin Slater's Adelaide 36. Just to piss everyone off.
Fun.
That's what I would do.
Have you watched anything this week?
I'm so fucking glad you asked.
I'm going back down. I'm going down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I signed up for Hey You.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to watch Summer House.
Hey, you. I don't like your girlfriend. No way. Think you need a new one.
Oh, thank you. I don't even know what to do with you today. Like, I actually don't. I don't know how to respond. I'm too tired. No, I want to look at the ceiling.
It's really comfy. You should try it. Yeah, come on. Grandpa Joe it. Come on, girl.
Oh, my Fuba gloss is on the floor. Wait. Okay.
No, you get Get comfy, girl. There we go. There we go. Yeah, nah. I can't see you, but I don't need to.
If you watch this
like
episode,
an audio book.
If anyone's watching this episode, like,
sorry.
I'm sorry, but whatever. I don't know what you expect from us. You should already know that this is a below average production.
Period.
If you're looking for production value, doll, you come to the wrong podcast. Anyway, so I keep getting TikToks on my For You page of the Giggly Squad, right? Which is Hannah Burner and Paige. I don't know.
Paige.
Facts. Anyway, they both, their claim to fame, I suppose, is being on this reality TV show Summer House.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I think they're so funny.
Yeah,
in
they
the
are.
little clips that I see of them. So I was like, and then I started getting little clips of Paige in the Summer House.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, fuck, I better sign up for Hey You. Signed up for Hey You, started watching Summer House. Full disclosure, Hannah and Paige don't join until season 3.
Yeah.
But I'm dedicated to getting the law. I love Summer House. Okay. And there's a few things about it that I absolutely love.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving early days Jersey Shore in a way.
Love.
Maybe not as hectic, but it just feels so real. Okay. Love that. Second thing I love is most of the people in Summer House are in their either late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah.
So I'm sick of seeing people who are 21.
Young people.
Like, it's just not me.
Mm.
I want to see old people like me on TV. And they all are just normal looking people. None of this Instagram.
Love that.
So season 1 was filmed in 2017, which could be a contributing factor, right? So the whole premise of Summer House is there's a group of friends from New York who, for 5 or so years now, every summer they rent a house in the Hamptons, and every weekend they go out there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now the show is just following this group of friends. I'm just obsessed. Okay. So I'm going to tell you about the people in it. In season 1, you've got Lauren and Ashley Workus. I think that's how you say their last name. So they're twins.
Mm-hmm.
At first they were annoying me a little bit, but I love them. Okay.
Yeah,
and
right.
Justice to the Workus twins, because they are no bullshit. They'll call it how it is. They just wear their hearts on their sleeve. I don't think they're unreasonable. They're just very real, no bullshit kind of gals. And they'll call shit out. Anyway, love them. Then you've got Kyle. Now, Kyle is a blonde, okay? And he's actually in his mid-30s.
Yeah.
He turns 35 in season 2. He is a blonde, which controversial because listeners would know, not a fan of a male blonde. That shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah.
However, I think Kyle is extremely hot.
Right.
So there's him. And then there's
I'm going to look up pictures.
a guy named Carl.
Cow.
Like Carl.
Cow.
Saying Kyle and Carl sounds the exact
Carl and
same.
Kyle.
Then we've got Lindsay and her boyfriend Everett. And they're both friends in the friend group, but then they started dating each other.
Wild.
Then we've got Christina, who is Lindsay's roommate, like flatmate or whatever. Then we've got Stephen. And then... who else?
Ew. Caitlin.
No, turn around. Show me. Hold it on. Scroll back before the mullet.
Ah.
No, pre-mullet.
Caitlin.
No, don't ill Caitlin me, because that's not justified. Kyle Cook is hot, and you can't convince me otherwise. Okay, you don't get to have a say. So then his on again, off again girlfriend of... They're not even like girlfriend, boyfriend officially. It's just the girl that he'd been seeing. And then he broke up with her because he wanted to be single for the summer, but then he keeps calling her and getting her to come over.
Wild.
Amanda features in season 1. Now, in season 1, I love the Workus twins. I love Kyle. I love Amanda, even though you only see a little bit of her. Cannot stand Christina to save my life. Hate her with a burning passion. She's just a meddler. But then I've started season 2. I'm like 3/4 of the way through season 2.
Hell yeah.
And it's Christina's no longer in it. Everett, he features in it, but he's not like staying at the house. Who else has changed? Oh, there's 2 new people. They're Carl's friends, Danielle and Amit. Who else? Oh, Ashley isn't really in season 2. She's only a guest. Season 2's not as good so far.
Really?
Season 2 is really annoying. So Stephen's going through things in his personal life in season 2. Like a lot happened between season 1 and season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's just obnoxiously drunk all the time. All the fucking time. To the point where he's annoying, right? And then every 3 seconds in season 2, he keeps saying more life. like Drake's album. He just keeps quoting more life all the time.
Me.
Something will happen and he'll go more life. Shut up. It's so annoying.
That's actually me.
Like, I feel bad for him because he's going through it in season 2, but also just shut up.
I love this man.
He's so annoying. And no offense to Danielle and Amit, but they don't really bring much to season 2.
Do you reckon they get fired?
Well, I've already looked at, because on Wikipedia it has a list of all the cast and then which seasons they feature in. They're not in it for long.
Oh, fired.
But again, I'm just getting the lore so that when Paige and Hannah come in,
you know the backstory.
like, I know you've said you're going to watch it and you're going to jump straight ahead, but that's not me.
Yeah, no, I'm a jumper.
I'm committed. So I've been watching that in, like, literally, I think I watched 10 episodes yesterday.
Hell yeah, you did.
But it's so good. Now I'm in my reality TV era.
I love that.
And I think if you love reality TV, full stop, but if you also love Geordie Shore, Jersey Shore, those types of reality shows, you're going to love this. Because it's just them going out to the Hamptons every weekend to stay at this house, getting blackout drunk and being menaces and then just arguing with one another. And I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you watched anything?
I have not, but I have listened.
My foot's asleep.
Oh, okay.
No, like my whole leg.
Just let me get in the middle here. Let me.
I need to stretch my legs out.
There we go.
Now I really can't see.
It's fine. You don't need to.
You know, I've seen enough.
No. Hello? Fuck? Rude.
Okay, tell us about, because are you going to talk about the podcast?
Yeah.
I didn't listen to it at work.
That's
I'm
fine.
not going to lie.
I gave you the highlights, so
yeah,
that's fine. So this week on my drives to and from work, I've been watching.
You are just
on my phone. I have been watching while driving.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
So, Paul, I'm joking, sweetie. Okay. I've been listening to a podcast called The Retrievals. So it's by the New York Times and Serial, I think. And it's 5 episodes. They're all like about an hour long. And the podcast is pretty much about the case at Yale Fertility Clinic, where it was found that a nurse was stealing fentanyl. So it kind of is told from, a lot of the story is told from the patient's point of view and what they went through. So the first episode introduces 8 patients. All of them are women that underwent egg retrieval procedures at Yale, where eggs were surgically removed from their ovaries for in vitro fertilization. So like the eggs were taken from their body. So all 8 women found the procedure excruciatingly painful and a million times worse than the mild pain that they were warned about. So for example, like one woman talked about how she drove straight to the ER once she was discharged after the procedure because she was in that much pain. And then there's another patient on there and she's a neuroscientist and she immediately knew that she went and had that procedure done completely sober. Like she knew that she wasn't given any drugs. So the patients, because they were in such a vulnerable position and they all just wanted to be mothers so badly, they all just accepted the pain for what it was, and a lot of them continued on with IVF.
Mm.
And they wanted to trust the doctors and the nurses, but when they were reporting, all of them reported their pain, whether it be to doctors or nurses or to family and friends. But to the ones that reported their pain to doctors and nurses, they were dismissed essentially. So the doctors and nurses would come back and say to them that, oh, that's because of your anxiety, or you've just got a low pain tolerance, or maybe you have really low fentanyl sensitivity, and pretty much saying, well, at the end of the day, like, yeah, you might be in pain, but you're going to get a baby out of it. So, like, isn't it worth it?
That's fucked.
Right? Like, that's so fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And then for months, no staff member seemed to consider that something might be wrong with the drug supply because so many women were complaining, but no one really put two and two together.
How stupid do you have to be?
Right? Until, I can't say this word, until an anesthesiologist. Wait, hang on. Let's break it down together.
Is that fucking Sesame Street?
Anesthesiologist.
Yeah, anesthesiologist, yeah.
Discovered a loose cap on a vial of fentanyl. Yeah. So the nurse responsible, Donna Monteconi, diverted approximately 175 vials of fentanyl, which was about 75% of the clinic supply, and that was for her own use.
So she was taking it?
She was taking it. She was taking it from patients, like...
But, like, she consumed it, like...
But she used it on herself, yeah.
I thought fentanyl killed people. Like, isn't that what killed Mac Miller?
Was it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure fentanyl is the cause of a lot of overdoses.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like an opioid, so you can absolutely overdose on it, but it's used as, like, pain relief, I think. So it goes through and explains the whole case, essentially, and it's still ongoing at the moment. So it's still going through litigation. But the real kicker in the story is that Donna Monteconi, so she's the nurse who was taking the fentanyl, she was given leniency on her sentence. So because she pleaded guilty, it didn't actually go to trial. And the case was pretty much heard in like an empty courtroom. Like hardly any of the patients rocked up. Some gave victim impact statements. But that was about it. But yeah, the real kicker was that she was given leniency on her sentence for being a mother. And that's so fucking crazy to me because her actions affected women that wanted to be mothers.
Yeah.
And like they were given absolutely no reprieve because of her actions. Yet she's allowed to have a reduced sentence because she's a mum of two.
Is she a single mum?
Yeah.
I can kind of see where they're coming from because like the crime that she'd committed, it's not like she murdered anyone. And they would see it as if they put her in prison, it would be an additional strain on the government system. Like,
yeah.
I don't agree with it, but I can see their rationale.
Yeah. So in episode 1, the women are describing like what pain that they felt, and all of them were saying that they could feel every single needle, every single cut of the knife. One of them said that it felt like it was having your inside scraped out from the inside. And like, yeah, it's absolutely horrific. But the neuroscientist, in her victim impact statement, she was saying how she didn't want the nurse to go to jail because jail doesn't fix the nurse's addiction.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's like, absolutely, like what she did was horrible and I wouldn't wish it upon anyone. But at the same time, you're not going to fix the issue of her addiction and reduce the recidivism if she just goes to jail.
And that's the thing. She wasn't doing it to maliciously hurt other people. She was doing it because she was an addict.
Yeah.
And it's just unfortunate that the impact that it had on these innocent women.
Yeah, like that's absolutely no excuse, but it's not addressing the cause.
No.
And I think it's like a really interesting point. Like, really, if you're an addict and you're using and stealing or doing whatever to feed that addiction, what does jail time do?
I don't think, and I'm going to say it based on this case, I don't think that an addict like Donna should be sentenced to prison time. It should very much be. I think you should be able to serve a prison sentence, but in a rehab facility.
Yeah. Yeah. I think her sentence ended up being, like, it was already reduced, but because she had full custody of the kids, I think, she did it so that her incarceration was in rotation on weekends. And then she had, like, homestay and some other things. But it was such a good podcast and it was so well done, and the production level is absolutely 11 out of 10.
Just like us.
Yeah. Before, when Caitlin said if you're looking for production, go to that podcast. Really, really good. It definitely makes you feel things being a woman. I feel like every single woman would have an experience of where their own experience, especially with their own body, is just kind of like shoved to the side. Or like being told, oh, it can't be that painful. You know
I remember
I mean?
it's not, this isn't unique to just women, but so I had in year 12 really, really bad. I had sciatica career issues, right? I had a slip disc. It kind of runs through my mum's side of the family. Anyway, it was horrific to the point where I couldn't sit in a chair because if I sat in a chair, when I stood up, I would literally be bent over because I couldn't straighten it. I couldn't bend to lean forward to tie up my shoes or anything. It was really, really bad. So I was going to school wearing thongs, like Havianas, because I couldn't put on sneakers or like school shoes, and then having to lay on the floor of my classrooms because my back pain was so severe. And I spent so many days off of school. And I went to so many different doctors. And for so long, they were like, oh, no, you'll be fine. It'll work itself out. We'll just inject your ass cheek with steroids. I was getting so many steroid injections. That can't be good, right? And then went to a specialist finally, and they were like, you're really young, because I was 17 at the time, maybe 18. They were like, quite young, so we wouldn't recommend doing the surgery because it's quite a big surgery. They were like, it'll probably just work itself out. Like, just lose some weight. Lose some weight, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And I went, get fucked. I was like, no, I literally can't.
But how are you meant to lose weight if you can't even stand up straight?
You've just been appointed leader of the medical board. They were like, just swim. Just
what?
Swim. Anyway, so I really pushed for the surgery. I was like, no, I want this surgery. There's no if, buts, whatever. I need this surgery. Because the knock-on effect, right? I had doctor certificates, I had notes from mum, and yet teachers at school would still pull me aside publicly and belittle me for wearing thongs to school because I was mocking the school uniform. I remember having it was a substitute teacher, I'll give them that, but I was in maths class and I was laying on the floor because of my back issues, and they, in the front of the whole class, just ripped me to shreds because I was laying on the floor, acting as if I was doing these things just to be an arsehole. And I'm like, no, I literally cannot sit in a chair.
Yeah.
Sorry. So I pushed for the surgery. After I had the surgery, the doctor came to me and was like, oh, yeah, that was way worse than what we thought it was.
Fucking losers.
No fucking shit, you stupid idiot.
Just how women's experiences are just obviously it can happen to men too, but
yeah,
just listen to a patient when they're complaining about pain. How hard is it?
I find doctors aren't overly compassionate or empathetic.
No, and I had the same thing. When I was 16 and when I got my period, my pain was so bad, I'd be passing out in the shower.
Fuck.
And I would be telling my doctor this, who was obviously a man, and he was just just give it a year or so. Your body's just adjusting. It'll be okay. Just go on the pill. And that should sort you out. It can't be that painful.
Oh my God, the way that they try and put everyone on the pill because that's going to solve every issue. Fuck off.
Bro. I'm how is it normal? Like, obviously, like, when you're 16, you don't have, like, you're not confident in your own voice, or I wasn't at least.
Yeah.
But looking back, I'm like, should that not have flagged something? Like, if I'm passing out from the pain, surely that's not
That's
like
not
a
normal.
good experience.
No.
Anyway. Yeah, podcast is an 11 out of 10. If you like true crime, but you're not really into, like, or you're over listening about murders and whatever, this is a really good one. Very niche, but so well done. But it will kind of leave you feeling, like, disappointed in the sense that it's not resolved yet.
Yeah, okay.
And disappointed in the healthcare system as well, because
yes,
that's fucked up that even happened.
Yeah.
And no one even listened. And it happened to over 200 patients. So
yeah, that's fucked.
Crazy.
I also listened to a podcast this week.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a new true crime podcast that's... I've been trying to search for something like The Children in the Pictures because I loved...
Yeah.
In a weird... Like, that sounds weird to say, but I enjoyed that so much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm, like, on the hunt for something. So I started listening to this one called The Missing Campers Trial. So it's done by 9 News. And... what it is it's 2 journos who are in real time regurgitating, I guess, the court, like what's happening in the courts about this missing campers court case that's happening at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So the case is Russell Hill and Carol Clay were the victims. They were murdered. Why am I saying it like this? I'm saying everything back to front. I'm just going to... I'm making everything way harder than what it needs to be. I'm just... Everyone, scratch that. Pretend I didn't say that. The Missing Campers Trial follows the case of Russell Hill and Carol Clay and the man accused of murdering them in Victorian High Country. His name is Gregory Lynn. And an accusation he denies, right? So he is currently facing trial, or he is on trial, for the alleged murder of them with
Imagine being on the jury for that.
Dream. Goals. With murderous intent. Now, he denies murdering them with murderous intent, but he does not deny the charges that he moved their bodies and then burnt their bodies to dispose of them. Okay. So his argument is, Russell.
You make your own characters. So Kyle, right?
Russell and Carol were camping. This is in 2020, just before COVID. Mm-hmm. They went camping in like outback Victoria. And the spot where they were camping, this Gregory dude was also camping there solo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, there was an alleged argument between Russell and Gregory over Russell's use of a drone. So he was flying a drone around. He apparently confronted Gregory, who was going out on hunting trips nearby, saying that he was hunting too close to the campsite. They apparently had an argument. Gregory's recount of the events was that they had an argument. Russell grabbed Gregory's shotgun from, I think it was the car, and was saying that he was going to hand it in to the police because he wasn't happy with what Gregory was doing. And Gregory felt unsafe, so he thought the best course of action would be to try and get the gun off of Russell. They then were fighting over the gun. The gun went off and shot Carol in the head. So now she's out.
She's gone. Damn.
She's out of the story now. And then...
She wasn't even mentioned.
And then Russell pulled out a knife to attack Gregory. And then fell on his own knife. And that's what Gregory claims happened.
How do you fall on your own knife?
Listen,
upwards.
I'm not necessarily saying that accidents don't happen. But
that's like...
for 2 people to die in an accident, like, that's just a bit much. Anyway.
Yeah. So then why are you burning the body if it was an accident?
Because he was afraid of the impacts it would have on his life. He was afraid of getting in trouble. Even though it was an accident, he was afraid, which I can understand if he's...
Would you burn a body, though, if it was an accident?
I mean... Probably not.
Yeah,
I couldn't bring myself to do that, I don't think.
No.
I'm trying to think what I would do if I was in a kerfuffle with someone.
I guess it might be different if it looked like you killed them.
I mean, a gun's involved. The gun's in his name. Anyway, so the podcast series, because the trial's happening right now, what it does is, I'm assuming that the two journos that are hosting it are going to these, I think they're court reporters. So they're going to the court and then they're making an episode that recounts what happens in the court that week.
Right.
So they're using voice actors and AI to read out the transcripts of like witnesses and things that are happening in the court, so that, you know how you would normally read updates on a court proceeding in the paper or on the news, it's taking that, turning it into a podcast format, which I think is a great, it sounds weird saying it because it's about murder. It's a great idea because if you're like me, who my dream is to be in a jury, you kind of get to play jury a little bit because you're getting the information as if the jury would be, and you can kind of make up your own mind or thoughts about it. So it is quite interesting and it makes it a little bit more interactive, I would say. And they've done a really, really good job with it. It is a little bit hard to follow because they're recounting so many witness statements and all the evidence and all the DNA and all that kind of stuff. There's so much to it. I keep getting confused and I keep having to they're only short episodes, like less than 20 minutes, but I keep having to re-listen to them because I keep getting confused. But it's very interesting. The case in itself is super interesting. Like in one of the earlier episodes, it came out that Russell and Carol have known each other since they were really, really young, right? When they were really young, they dated each other. It didn't
they're
last.
old now.
Yeah. They were like in their 60s, 70s kind of thing. They had known each other since they were like teens, dated, broken up, gone and married separately, right? For the last, 14 years, I think the podcast was saying, they'd rekindled their little romance and had been having an affair.
Naughty.
Carol left her husband to pursue Russell.
Crazy.
And Russell was meant to leave his wife to do the same thing, but then he backed out.
Dirty dog.
And his wife didn't, she was confronted by the neighbour, and she did kind of know about the affair, but I'm pretty sure Russell said that he would end it. And then she was under the impression that he'd gone camping alone.
Oh my God, that's even worse.
She didn't know that he was going with Carol. And oh my God, the other crazy part is, so the wife was introduced to Carol around the same time that she met Russell. And Russell told her that Carol was his cousin.
That's insane.
And so they would go on holidays all together, like Carol and her husband and Russell and his wife. Anyway, that whole thing is so dramatic. So that's extremely crazy. I'm telling you now, if I was Russell's wife and I find out
I'd be miffed
that my man's was murdered on a camping trip with his mistress, I would stand up in that court and say, don't fucking worry about it.
Round of applause.
I don't care.
Imagine, not only that, but imagine finding out that your husband's been murdered. He's been murdered with another woman being present who's also been murdered, who you thought was his cousin, but turns out to be his side ting. That's fucking crazy.
I actually think
that's crazy.
That would send me clinically insane.
You have no one to, but you can't be, there's no one to punch in the throat.
Facts.
What? That's insane.
Yeah. It's so weird because Carol's all her kids knew about the affair.
Did they?
And supported the affair because...
What?
And I get they were they wanted their mum to be happy, right? And they're like, life's short. And I totally can see that. But like, I just feel so bad for Russell's wife. Like, not only did she lose her husband.
Yeah.
Like, I guess you could say like she's grieving him twice, because she's grieving the fact that so much of her marriage was a lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then also the fact that like he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
man. That would send
I don't
me.
know. That's insane.
But it is like, if you love true crime,
yeah,
I think you'd find this really interesting. Like, you know how we bought the little crime case games
like
from Target? It's like that.
So do you reckon he's guilty?
I don't believe
Gregory?
his story. I think what the prosecution are claiming is what happened. I think him and old mate got into a dispute and he killed him, and then he killed Carol because she was a witness to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know yet. I do think that that's the case, but
yeah.
It's very interesting. So I think if you are into that kind of thing, you would really enjoy listening to this, but you just have to really be paying attention. Maybe even get a notebook or like a little whiteboard.
Yeah.
And write down all your little notes. But it is good for those who dream to be on a jury.
I have a qualm with Wondery because they put all of their silly little podcasts behind a paywall.
Who the fuck is Wondery?
They make really good true crime podcasts.
Oh, okay.
And they have the first episode, like they did one on Twin Flame.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. They did one on that, and I listened to the first episode and I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. And then they were like, the rest of the episodes you need to subscribe to.
What?
Fuck off.
On what platform? What, like Patreon?
Their own, like the Wondery app. And then it's like $7 a month or something. Like, it's nothing, but I'm still like, no.
It's not a thing about the price. It's the fact that you want me to download another app. We have so many fucking apps and things these days.
Right.
Just put it on, like, maybe Spotify needs to... I shouldn't be promoting this because I don't actually want this to happen. But maybe Spotify needs to introduce a feature where creators, like us, for example, we can choose to have our episodes be available publicly for free. Or we could set up a subscription service within Spotify, and Spotify just takes like 30% or something.
Yeah.
Right? Because for me, it's about having to get a new fucking
another
app.
subscription. Like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Respectfully get fucked. But I found this one called Hoaxed.
Okay.
And it's by the people that made Sweet Bobby, that
I don't fucking know.
catfishing one that I told you about like ages ago. That's also a good podcast as well.
Can you please just give me the synopsis because I forgot it.
I've got of Sweet Bobby.
Yeah.
Sweet Bobby's about this girl, and she ends up dating online this guy that she thinks that she has like family friend connections with, and they're dating online for like I think maybe like a couple of years, and then she goes to like, this is in like the UK, I think she ends up going to like Brighton or something, and she goes out for a night with friends, and she sees the guy, clocks him at the bar, and she goes up to him and she's like, hey, like, it's me, like, oh my God, I can't believe you're here. And he's like, who the fuck are you? And she's like, what do you mean I'm your girlfriend? He's like, the fuck you are.
Girlfriend.
The fuck you are.
Meet a man at Shotguns.
Yeah, and turns out, like she's been catfished this whole time.
Oh my God, no, I do remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, so it's made by the same people. So this is the synopsis of Hoaxed.
Yeah.
So in 2014, 2 children told police a shocking story that they were being abused by a satanic cult, a cult headed by their father and by parents and teachers at the school in a wealthy London suburb of Hampstead. The story was a lie, but on the internet that didn't matter. Hoaxed is an investigation into one of Britain's most serious ever conspiracy theories, a story about modern-day satanic panic, about the victims whose lives were destroyed and the conspiracists who spread the lie around the world. Oh, and it's about a hunt for the perpetrators, the people who forced the kids to lie, and the ones who started it all.
Jesus Christ.
Does that not sound fun?
It does sound fun.
And the fact that it was a lie.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to listen to that this week.
Okay.
Yep.
Love that for you.
Thank you, thank you.
If it's good, send it my way.
I will.
I'll listen to it. But
I think that's it, though.
Yes. I am just glued to my iPad. Also, why can't I get Hey You on my PlayStation?
Can't you?
No, you can't. There's no Hey You app on PS5.
Oh, that's dumb.
So I have fucking beef with the creators of Hey You. So now I'm watching it on my 13-inch goddamn iPad.
You need to get Chromecast doll.
Yeah, facts. Or I should just use my Apple TV. But no, I lost the remote for that. I can't actually.
I'm pretty sure. Surely you'd be able to get an app on your phone to do that.
Yeah, it all just seems quite hard. Maybe that's what I'll put in my Bumble bio. Like, need a man to help me connect my devices. I'm just at a point in my life. I am quite tech savvy, right? I would say so. But nowadays I'm like, I've had enough. I understand where my grandparents are coming from.
I'm sick of being self-sufficient.
I've got enough apps. I don't want to learn anything new. I don't want to have to download a new app.
I like what I've got. I've seen enough.
I like my suite of tech, okay? I'm sick
suite of tech.
sick of having to learn new things and pair new devices.
Caitlin sends me a picture and it's her lying down with her iPad on her chest, watching the footy on her iPad. Like her eyes 6 centimeters away from the screen.
I do also watch the footy on my iPad. Do you know what though? Arguably, maybe I won't set up my Apple TV because I'm getting bang for my buck out of my iPad.
I mean, what else are we using it for?
I paid
McDonald's POS training.
I paid. Oh fuck! I forgot about that. I need to get that.
That's such a good game. Everyone, another recommendation: McDonald's POS training.
I need to get that. I paid
so
out of the arse for my iPad to not use it, so I can't complain
Me.
about using it to watch TV.
Remember that time where I thought that I would draw? That's fun.
That's why I bought it. Do you think I fucking drew anything?
I drew something. It's actually a work of art.
I paid to get Procreate.
Yeah, me too.
I shouldn't have fucking done that. But I will get McDonald's POS training.
Yeah, do that.
But maybe I will try and lure men in under the guise of needing them to help me set up some sort of technology. Oh.
Then they have to go to your house.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And be in your space. And
And
then
I
you
hate
can't get
that.
them to leave. Because you're home already. You can't be like, oh, I've got to go.
I hate that so much. Oh, I need to not do that.
Well, guys, it's been real.
Okay, because we're ending the episode, everyone.
It's been so real.
Danika said that's enough.
Thanks for coming.
Are you ready to go to the gym?
Yeah. What have we got on next week? Nothing really, hey. It's the long weekend, folks.
It's the long weekend. I'm trying to think.
I don't think we're doing anything.
No. Belle did come back to me. We're on for Sunday.
Hey, Belle. Hey, girl.
Belle, this is us confirming.
Gelly pop.
This is me replying to you, so.
Yeah, she'll get
Do you
it.
know what?
She'll get it.
I hate texting people, right?
What'd she say?
She just said that she's in.
Okay, perfect.
Right, but I hate, my unread text, it just keeps, I'm getting to a point as well where that's building up.
You
So
make
maybe.
me sick.
I just hate fucking texting. So,
Reply to everyone in a voice note.
No, I hate doing that as well. And people that send me voice notes, Steph, I'm looking at you. I understand that it's more convenient, but I'm not sending you one back, okay? Anyway, I've now decided that I will be responding to all comms sent my way via this podcast at the end called Caitlin Responds.
Caitlin's Communications.
Yep. LLC. That's, you know how you, anyway, whatever.
What?
Whatever.
LCM?
No, you know how you can have a PTY LTD?
Yeah.
That's another version of it.
What's that LCM one?
LLC.
Yeah. Lit, lava, computer.
Live, laugh, communicate.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
Anyway, so, Belle, this is me replying. We are on. Let's do it.
Game on, Mo.
Game on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna have
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Yes,
Love you. Bye.
Bye. How do I hang up?
Keep that in.